Good morning, greetings, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and sometimes deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality and health and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body. You are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 29 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, acne, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds, recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system. It's a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis, and while some folks may call that healing system a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. And if you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, if you want to get off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program or help a loved one get off their meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we can help you do that. 844-236-6010 is our number. 844-236-6010 is our number. We welcome your phone calls on The Bright Side. If you have a success story you'd like to share, if you want to comment on our conversation, 844-236-6010 is our number. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products you hear advertised on the program or recommended on the program, please go to brightsideben.com. You can order products right off the website. Also, pharmacistben.com and criticalhealthnews.com, my blogs, which we update regularly with news stories as well as blog posts. Thank you to John T. Collier and Robert Lundgren for setting those up. You can also search any of the programs. They're all archived at brightsideben.com and also benfuchsarchives.com. And if you want to join the Brightside Ben team, please call the phone team at 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470. Okay, we are talking fats. Fats as they involve the skin. But fats really as they involve everything in the body. We talked about the distinction between fats and water. Very important distinction to make. It's not just in the name of science. It's in the name of our wallets and our pocketbooks. Because if we don't understand the distinction between fats and watery ingredients, fat-soluble and water-soluble ingredients, lipo ingredients, and hydro ingredients, lipophilic and hydrophilic ingredients, it's very likely that we're going to be wasting our money, especially in the world of skincare, because so many active materials, so many ingredients that you need for your skin are fat-soluble, but products tend to have water-soluble ingredients, and they don't tell you that. So you'll see ascorbic acid in a product, and you'll think you're getting yourself some vitamin C, and it's going to help you with your skin, but because it's water-soluble, it's not. Likewise with an ingredient called hyaluronic acid, which so many people seem obsessed about these days. I'm not sure why. I know there's a lot of commercials now for hyaluronic acid containing creams. Well, hyaluronic acid isn't going very far in your skin because it is the quintessential water-soluble molecule. You don't see that on your Neutrogena commercial. You don't hear that anywhere. So you're going to say, oh, well, hyaluronic acid is important for my skin, helps protect from wrinkles, and it's anti-aging. Yeah, but it has to get down into the dermis to do its work. And it isn't going to do that. There's no way it's going to do that. That's why it has to be injected. So much for your Neutrogena hyaluronic acid cream, or whatever it is that you put hyaluronic acid in. And you'll get some topical effects from HA, hyaluronic acid certainly, but you're not going to get the real good effects unless you build your own. You got to have a fat-soluble ingredient if you want penetration, and this is really, really an important distinction to make. Here's another thing about fats, and I'll tell you, this is probably the most important thing about fats, especially essential fats, but really all fats. Fats equals inflammation, for better or worse. This is the most fundamental aspect of health, and it is in the wheelhouse of fats. Fats hit this inflammation, anti-inflammation aspect of disease out of the ballpark. Fats equal inflammation and anti-inflammation. Now, all nutrients, certainly water-soluble and fat-soluble, are going to be involved in the biochemistry of inflammation. Vitamin C is anti-inflammatory, the B complex and electrolytes, they're all water-soluble, but they're going to play a role in inflammation. But This is really in the wheelhouse, the realm of fats when we talk about inflammation and anti-inflammation. And that's not just taking them, it's also absorbing them. Fat absorption, if you got a gallbladder taken out, intestinal problem, liver problem, any kind of issue that impairs your ability to process fats from the stomach to the pancreas to the gallbladder to the liver to the intestine, probiotics, good bacteria, anywhere, you're going to have an inflammatory problem. And because all chronic degenerative disease is about inflammation, it equals EFAs and fats. CDD, chronic degenerative disease, in many ways equals fats and fat absorption. Inflammation, anti-inflammation, in your head, when you hear those words, think fats and fat absorption, and especially EFAs, because they're essential. That means you got to get them. You got to ingest them. Essential, meaning you got to ingest them. You can start to see here why fats and fat absorption and intake of essential fatty acids and utilization or absorption or processing of them, this is the critical element. The critical element when it comes to inflammation, anti-inflammation, which is all disease. All disease, all chronic breakdown, long-term degenerative disease, from acne to atherosclerosis to arthritis, you name it. Autoimmune diseases, cancer, yes, cancer itself, the emperor of all diseases, is about inflammation, meaning it's about fats. All the misery, all the pain, all the money spent, all the resources and time allocated for our health is really about inflammation. And inflammation is essential fats on some level. So you can start to see how unbelievably important these things are. And by the way, when it comes to inflammation and anti-inflammation, it's not exactly the EFAs. The EFAs have to be activated. They have to be clicked in. They have to be turned on. Turned on or activated essential fatty acids that affect or that are responsible for inflammation and anti-inflammation are called eicosanoids. Now that's a mouthful. Eicosanoids. Eico, E-I-C-O means 20, or eicoso means 20. That's because there's 20 carbons in an eicosanoid. Eicosanoid. Oid means hormone. Steroid. Oid, O-I-D, 20 carbon hormones. It's basically what they are. Eicosanoids are hormones in the sense they cause something to happen in the skin. And eicosanoids are activated essential fatty acids. So when you eat EFAs, you're eating hormones, at least precursors to them. When you eat your EFAs, when you take your EFAs, you're taking in precursor to hormones, inactivated hormones. Let's just call them inactivated hormones because that's what they are. EFAs are deactivated hormones, among other things. They do a lot of things, but let's just, for now, EFAs are inactive hormones. The body switches them on, they become hormones. That means they make things happen in a cell. That's what a hormone does. A hormone makes things happen in a cell. It's a little key that opens up a lock on a cell and makes things happen, and they come directly from EFAs. EFAs are inactive eicosanoids. That's amazing. If that doesn't get you on the phone ordering your ultimate EFAs and starting to take them and doing everything you do to improve absorption right away, I don't know what will, especially if you're dealing with an inflammatory health issue, which is all of them. Eicosanoids are probably the most important molecules in your body that you have never heard of, that nobody talks about. Well, they do talk about them, but they don't talk about them specifically. Anytime you hear of an anti-inflammatory drug, you're basically working with your eicosanoids, especially the non-steroidal ones. Eicosanoids are the quintessential molecules of healing, and they come from EFAs. They are EFAs. Eicosanoids are the quintessential molecules of anti-aging, and they are EFAs. When your eicosanoids are out of balance, you will be diseased. You will have some kind of inflammation going on, and you'll be aging rapidly. When your eicosanoids are deficient, when your eicosanoids are out of balance, and that's EFAs, when your EFAs are deficient, when your EFAs are out of balance, because eicosanoids are EFAs, they are you are guaranteed to be accelerating the aging process and the disease process. And if you're dealing with a chronic degenerative disease and you don't think you have any options, here is a major one. Major important option to drugs, to medication, to surgeries, to doctoring of any kind. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. Our number is 844-236-6010. Got lines open for you. 844-236-6010. We'll take a break and come back with more good health information on the bright side right after this.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Be sure to visit gcnlive.com today.
Okay, we are back on the bright side. Got lines open for you, 844-236-6010. If you have questions about the longevity products or skin health questions, if you have questions about the Truth formulations, by the way, if you're interested in purchasing any of our Truth treatment products, including our Truth treatment retinol 5% gel, made with retinol and fatty vitamin C, no preservatives, no fragrances, no water, no wax, no oil, no silicone, nothing your skin isn't going to use, nothing your skin can't work with, nothing your skin isn't going to be able to leverage for its betterment. All Truth ingredients are made for you and your skin, not for me, not for the company selling the product, but for you and your skin. You can find out all about it at truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. If you want to purchase one of the 4 products, pick the Truth Serum. It's probably your most multifunctional product, even though it does not have the transdermal matrix, the transdermal penetration enhancer that the balm has. You do get a little more vitamin C in the Truth Serum, and you get some anti-inflammatory ingredients in there as well. And if you've used any of these products and you want to have any questions about them or you want to comment about them, I'd love to hear from you. 844-236-6010 is our number today on the bright side and every day on the bright side. If you're interested in purchasing any of the longevity products, you can head over to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com and order products right off the website. Okay, so we're talking about the unbelievable importance of essential fats and essential fatty acids. From now on, when you hear about essential fatty acids, you want to think inactive eicosanoids, inactive hormones. Or you can think of activating your eicosanoids and activating your hormones, your eicosanoid hormones. Hormones, in general, make things happen. Eicosanoids make things happen likewise. But they're a little weird when it comes to hormones. First of all, they're the hormones of healing. The hormones of healing. They are also the hormones, when they're out of balance, of inflammation. And you actually probably have heard of eicosanoids, even if you haven't heard that word, because prostaglandins are eicosanoids. Thromboxanes, leukotrienes, those are the 3 major kinds of eicosanoids. And pretty much all anti-inflammatory drugs work via eicosanoids. Eicosanoids are the immediate link between what a cell does and the environment, our environment. When we have a change in our environment, we eat something, we supplement with something, we breathe something. By the way, eicosanoids and asthma go hand in hand. When we eat something, we supplement, we breathe something in, an eicosanoid effect is going to be initiated. Boom, just like that. As soon as you put something in your mouth, as soon as you even think about putting something in your mouth, an eicosanoid effect is initiated. Something will happen in a cell. And usually it involves something the cell needs to do to protect itself. That's called inflammation. When we eat something, you get an eicosanoid change. Somehow, somewhere, eicosanoids are affected and we get inflammation. Anything we eat, anything we breathe, anything we put into our bodies or that changes the environment of our bodies is going to initiate an eicosanoid protective effect. That's called inflammation. Other things that eicosanoids can cause is cell division, cell growth. Sometimes eicosanoids will cause cells to squirt out proteins. Pretty much everything a cell does, especially immune system cells, especially white blood cells, in fact, especially blood vessel cells. Those are I don't want to say the 2, but they're 2 of the most important cell families that are dependent on the actions of eicosanoids. Everything is, of course, but the immune system and the blood vessels have such an amazing relevance to health. This is how blood vessels expand and contract quickly. This is how the immune system kicks in quickly. Eicosanoids are the intermediary. That's essential fatty acids. I hope you guys are hearing when I say eicosanoids, I'm saying essential fatty acids, ultimate EFAs, omega-3s, omega-6s. Can you see why these things are so important? I mean, it would be impossible to really say how important they are because they're that important. EFAs equals eicosanoids equals everything, especially inflammation and anti-inflammation, which means disease and aging. This is why so many drugs work on some level by affecting eicosanoids. Drug companies love opening and closing blood vessels. Drug companies love shutting down the immune system or perhaps activating it. Drug companies love to work with these fundamental aspects of biology because they can get powerful effects. This is where the idea of anti-medicine comes from. Anti-medicine is antihypertensives and anti-inflammatories and anticoagulants and